I decided to revisit the Prather house. William Prather was a sergeant from the Revolutionary War. He came from the Maryland militia and moved here with his wife Sarah in 1802 to build her this house. He bought over 200 acres of land, and I'm going to explore the grounds a little bit more. There's also a cemetery here, right at the house, where he and his wife both are buried. This house is it's over 200 years old. And the back part here with the chimney was the kitchen that they added on. I think they built the kitchen in 1812, if I remember correctly. And the city of Lexington owns this place. So they keep it locked up, but they keep the upkeep on the place. They keep it nice and, I guess, sort of preserved. There's a window busted out up there with plastic on it. I just heard a rooster. There's the cemetery over there. And William Prather was a slave owner. And I'm sure that slaves had built this fence right here around the cemetery. Sort of dilapidated now. Worse off than it was last time I was here. They've got this outbuilding. I don't know how old this thing is. It looks to be pretty old. I keep it locked. I think it looks just about the same as it did a few years back. I wonder if that's a little birdhouse. It must be. And this park is usually, I mean, it is packed with people, but nobody ever comes back here to the Prather house. And I don't know why, because I find it pretty fascinating myself. I had a well right here. I have a cellar. I'm sure it's not open, but it's always worth a try. Yeah, it's boarded up. Oh wow, they've had some window breakage since I've been here last time. The windows are getting pretty bad. There's furniture. There's a big, beautiful white fireplace. That's probably the only way I'll ever be able to get to see in there, is on a video. Well, it's certainly more than I got to see last time I was here. Looks like they paint. I see paint in there. storm door's open. It's locked. See those cast iron decorative things? I think those are so cool. I've seen them on some other old houses as well from the 1800s. I think this was built in 1802, if I'm not mistaken. It's well over 200 years old. I don't know what that is on top of this. Can't tell what that is up there on top of that furniture. But yeah, I like coming here because it gets you away from the crowd. And it's just really cool. See if I can get this door shut back a little better. I always like to leave things the way I found them. It won't. There we go. That wasn't easy. Now we're going to go over here and check out the cemetery. Oh, they've got all this boarded up back here. You can tell this was two parts, built in two different sections, probably added on. When they put the kitchen on, they added on that, possibly. But you can tell it's separated. The brick is right there. And we have more decorative cast iron back here. I'd love to see in that kitchen. Basically just one huge chimney back here. Look how big this thing is. It does have a door over here as well. I'm sure it's locked. It's always worth a try. All right, cemetery. And as with the house, I do know for a fact this cemetery is over 200 years old. Because William Prather, I think he died a few years after moving here. This fence is really gone downhill. But considering how old it is, it's not surprising. But you think they would, you know, kind of upkeep it. But I guess not. Kind of a gothic looking headstone there. A lot of them are. It's really kind of creepy. This place closes at dark, so you can't come back here after dark. But here he is. His first name is Baruch or Baruch. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Prather, 1st Sergeant, Maryland Militia. Revolutionary War. He was born in 1742 and died in 1810. Somebody has put him a flag here. that wasn't here last time. So he basically died. He died before the kitchen was built. So I guess Sarah was left here to raise her family. I don't know if Sarah remarried or what became of Sarah, but I'm sure she stayed here for quite some time. And she should be right here. I can't make it out. Oh, no, does it say brother? Oh gosh, go away. Whatever. Ah! Something's attacking me. Sorry, y'all. Act. But I don't know about what. Yeah, this is Sarah. You can barely make out Sarah. I see an H right here. This is Sarah. I can't make out the date or anything. Sadly, I'd like to know. There's not a whole lot of information besides what I've already told you about the Prather house. I always found these to be interesting. It kind of looks like a child size. These don't ever withstand the length of time. But yeah, pretty much all these graves are from the 1800s. All of them are. And hardly any of them are legible either. In memory of James St. Clair, who departed this life September 1811. That's about all I can make out. So anyway, since I'm here, I brought a little lunch. We're going to go back here in these woods behind the cemetery. There's some trails back there. And find a spot just to relax for a bit. Thanks for joining me at the Prather house for a revisit. See where this trail goes. I don't know what this is. Looks like old railroad ties or something. Looks like a very old trail that they marked with these pieces of wood. It's really old though. There was a structure back here. Probably built by humans, but still interesting. Let's see if we can find it. It's probably where I'll have lunch. Yeah, I see the structure coming up here. Gosh, this place looks like it's been abandoned. Like nobody's been back here for a very long time. There's the structure. Oh, and they're storing those, I don't know what those things are called. We called them brains when I was growing up. Look like they've been half eaten, don't they? That's kind of strange. But then, you know, this whole thing is strange. It is spooky season, after all. Something's been eating them. Oh, we've got some spooky bushcraft going on over here. Oh, they've been making spider webs. Pretty spooky though. That's some pretty spooky bushcrafting. I don't think the camera's giving that one much perspective, but yeah, they're just hanging here on some strings. That's different. That's for sure. They got this cool fire pit. I remember seeing this. There's a nifty little stool for me to sit here and have lunch. Heck yeah. That's a nice fire pit. Got some really old rotten wood over here. So I don't know what this area is used for. I really don't. But that wood's been sitting there a long time. There's wood to burn though. Yeah, the creepy bushcraft is kind of very unique, to say the least. Alright, I'm going to sit here and have my lunch at this cool little campsite. So I brought some slightly sweet, and I do mean slightly sweet, tea from home in a water bottle with a little bit of lemon. Trying to stay away from the sugar, so I gotta have something for flavor. And a little bitty peanut butter on tortilla. Elegant dining in the woods. Elegant dining. And apples and grapes. Something's pacing me. Could be a deer. What's this? What is that? What is that? Is that a pumpkin? Oh, that's a mushroom. Oh my goodness. Wow. I have never seen a mushroom cap that big, but that's what that is. That's a mushroom. Is this another mushroom? No, that looks like a ball. No way. That is a mushroom. Wow. That is amazing. I really thought that was a ball. It's a mushroom. I think they're called puffball mushrooms. Oh, there's another one back there. Look at the size of this one. Holy cow. That looks like a pumpkin. But my guess would be another mushroom. That's crazy. Is that a box turtle over here? It is a box turtle. Aww. Are you alive, little buddy? Are you alive? Yep, he's alive. I didn't mean to disturb you. I was just seeing if you were alive. Never know what you find in the woods, right? Huge puffball mushrooms, and I mean huge, and a box turtle. Oh, I think it's a deer. Yeah, I think I see a white-tailed deer. Yes, I do. Hi, baby. Just walking down the driveway to the Prather's house. I've never been this way, and here's another structure. I'm not sure what this was. I don't think it was a house. But it still looks pretty old. There's lots of windows on this one side. It's got a very old tin roof on it. Very, very old. Made out of cinder block. Pretty sloppily, I might add. Look at the concrete. They never scraped it or anything. They just left it to dry. Oh wow, looks like there's an old stove in there. I wonder what this place was. It's kind of interesting. A bunch of pallets. Just a crap ton of pallets. Looks like there was a floor. I don't know if that's flooring or what that was. But wow, what a vintage stove. That is very old. I just wonder how far this dates back, honestly. I mean, it's rusted, but wow. Obviously had it going through that hole right there. Like they have an old workbench over here. And an oil barrel that I'm guessing probably was used for heat as well. An oil barrel stove, but wow, you just don't see that every day. You know, I don't know why they'd leave all these pallets laying here. Pallets are actually worth money. Once again, you never know what you find in the woods.